Well, we just heard there from the Attorney General, just one officer has been charged. They were looking at 3 officers and their involvement in this case of Breonna Taylor, a 26-year-old emergency room technician who was killed by police. We now know just one officer, Brett Hankinson, has been faces 3 charges of wanton endangerment. Now, they were looking at a number of options. Breonna Taylor's family had wanted to see manslaughter in the 2nd degree. They knew that murder was not very likely because of self-defense laws here, which rule that police can shoot in self-defense. Breonna Taylor's boyfriend fired the first shot. He says that is because he mistook the police officers for intruders. And you can see here just some of the people that have been gathering here for the announcement. This has really been a focus of a lot of intense protest and emotion. There has been a long delay in trying to get progress with this case, which has frustrated a lot of people. It's ignited a lot of emotion in America, with both politicians and celebrities speaking out about the need for justice. This result is one of the lesser charges that they were looking at, so I think we can expect some frustration here amongst the people. We can join now Michelle Pennings. She is one of the people that's been gathering here. Michelle, please, your reaction to today's announcement.
Anger, upset, frustrated, not surprised. We just believe that this is what's always happened when it comes to blacks in America.
What did you want to see happen?
We wanted to see all of the officers brought up on charges, and not at the minimum, which is wanton endangerment, but real neglect, real murder charges.
What do you think the impact will be? We know that Louisville has been an intense focus of protest. What's the fallout going to be of this announcement?
I hope the fallout is that we'll come together and represent, and we will show through our voices, we'll show through our activism that this is not okay. That people who haven't had a heart will start to have a heart and will understand that we are human. But more importantly, we'll finally say, you know what, here's $300 million, go take the West End. Let that incorporate, secede from the city of Louisville. Let the black people have their own community where they can do their own thing. It's obvious they don't want us anymore, and we don't want to be someplace we're not wanted.
We know that the path to justice can be painfully slow when it comes to issues of police shootings in America. Breonna Taylor's family are to receive a settlement. Does that go any way, do you think, in satisfying them, or do you think this is a deeply disappointing day for them?
No, I'm sure it's disappointing for them. Erin Andrews received $55 million for being peeked at by a white man in her bedroom. Breonna Taylor had her life taken away and received $12 million. It's never been about money. Money is just a symbol of what we need to fight for. And so, no, I don't think that compensates her or the community for what was taken from us.
There have been largely peaceful protests here. Now this decision has come down from the Attorney General. What do you think we're going to see in the hours and possibly days to come?
God says that he blesses those that are peacemakers, not peacekeepers. This is not a time for keeping the peace. This is a time for making peace. And the only way you can make peace sometimes is through chaos and the anger of people, so the truth can be exposed. So whatever needs to happen, needs to happen.
Does that mean violence?
It may mean, but again, as Tamika Mallory said
the city
at
needs
the
to
beginning,
go.
What Tamika Mallory said at the beginning of the protest with George Floyd, America taught us how to be violent. If there is violence, it lays at their feet.
Michelle Pennings, thank you very much for speaking to us. Will you hear there strong feelings around this? Some people speaking there of burning down the city, but at the moment it is a calm atmosphere here. I think the news is still, to be honest, trickling in here. But just to remind you again, Mark, the result from this Attorney General announcement, just one officer of 3 involved in the shooting of Breonna Taylor has been charged 3 charges of wanton endangerment.